Hello Rimfire friends, just wanted to post this quick video with an update on my Anschutz model 1403 repeater. I slapped on an ARCA rail and so I can use different ARCA accessories that I use in competition. So I wanted to make them make this rifle able to take them because well, there's so many advantages. So basically the way that I did it was this exact same rail that's on the Bruno and the CZ, just a cheap Amazon rail. It's 220 millimeters, I believe. It works out to like 11 3/4 inches, which is exactly perfect end to end. And the way I did it was I made my own T-nuts for this application, 1/4 by 20, trimmed the bolts so it actually fits right in the Anschutz rail without drilling any holes. Super straightforward and easy. I say that and I try to get it back in. But basically I didn't want to drill any unnecessary holes, and this Anschutz is such a nice factory rail that I just figured I would take advantage of it as much as I could. And so it just basically mounts within the rail like that. Tighten it up. Well, it helps if you get the front one in here. Hang on. It's actually these rails are so cool, right? Because they take these traditional Anschutz T-nuts and then they just slide kind of in like that, and you can adjust them basically at will. And Anschutz makes T-nuts. I'm used to making my own, so I just made my own 1/4 by 20, shortened the bolts like I said, and then I have the ability to flip it around here, mount whatever accessory I want on this ARCA rail. Same ones that are on the CZ, of course, like I said. So you get the advantage of doing this for those of you un-ARCA familiar people. And so you can have your bipod up here, and I use a plate a lot in competition. With Armageddon OG Game Changer bag, as well as a plate like this for ladders. So if you're doing a stage where you have a ladder and you're prone beside the ladder, you can flip your bipod down and then flip it up and still fit flat profile in between the rungs of the ladder, and gives you a lot of stability right to left. So that's mainly why I wanted this feature. Now, when I was thinking of this rifle has quite a pronounced taper from front to rear, as you can see. And so I kind of was in the middle of designing an ARCA clamp with a built-in angle. I'm still playing around with that, and I have the angle already cut and everything. I'm still, like I said, monkeying around with it. But even with a regular bag such as this, because the bag is very forgiving, you can build up kind of like a good stop point within the bag itself. I know it's hard to focus there, but the bag is very forgiving, and it creates a very nice stable position with the ARCA attached. And then the benefit to something like an ARCA rail that a lot of people don't consider until you have one is that because this ARCA rail is basically like 20 bucks off Amazon, it creates a sacrificial surface in the bottom of your stock. So if you're me and you're running in competition and you're not dropping it, but if you're placing it on barricades and ladder steps and stuff like that, it protects the bottom of your stock, because this is ultimately anodized aluminum and provides a nice flat surface, bearing surface on whatever. That of course takes all sorts of cool ARCA accessories if you have them, including, like, one of my favorite things that I have is an ARCA clamp with my sling adapter, and so I can tailor it to different positions, which is definitely the case. Like a biathlon rail would be on the side and you can slide it, so in my case it's kind of like that. So if you have your sling set for offhand, that's one length of sling, but when you switch to prone, it's a completely different, and just with a twist of the clamp you can slide it all the way up. And so an ARCA, if you can do it, is definitely invaluable in that situation, because it gives you kind of like a customization or an advantage that you wouldn't have without it. And it's using the Anschutz rail, which is essentially ahead of its time, because it's basically like a reverse ARCA rail. And so using that without drilling any holes in a cool little gun like this is exactly what I was hoping for. So anyway, thought I'd show you guys and bring you up to date real quick what I was puttering around with. Any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. If not, I'll catch you at the next one.